Hello, greetings, and welcome back to the American POV podcast, episode number 58, with James and not Gary, because he disintegrated before our very eyes.
Yeah, he's dealing with life shit. Hopefully he figures it out. But we're here to spoil your own
He
ears.
he went to East Palestine for the train, and he drank the water. So
Yeah.
that's the last time we do it in the field report.
Well, we did one before that, but Topher never called back, so we had to
Never
send.
returned.
Yes, we had to send Gary out to fill in, and
He's
he's not
gone.
doing
So
he's not doing very good right now.
we're just gonna stop sending people now.
Yeah, we're out of people.
We're just at it. Anymore, and this becomes just a one man podcast. No one likes those. That's pretty much most of what the Daily Wire does.
Yeah.
One man podcast.
I've been watching
All right.
Jordan
So speaking
Peterson.
of, well, Jordan Peters, that man is, I don't know what's going on with him.
I don't know either.
He like joined the Daily Wire and he like just became a Crash Bandicoot villain.
Yeah, I still
We'll
find him
see who
interesting.
cancels who.
Exactly.
A little cringe, but anyway. Well, the ex-Tennessee cop, Meagan Hall, who, if you don't know who she is, the quick rundown is she slept with about, I want to say, 6 of her coworkers, on duty, off duty, and behind her husband's back, of course. And she got found out, and there was about 1 million different memes, and I got to be honest with you, a lot of them were very funny.
Oh yeah.
She got fired, as well as the officers that took place, because obviously you're not supposed to have sex while you're on duty. Fun fact. Although
Yeah.
you are supposed to protect and serve, not your fellow officers, though. You can't serve. It's protect and serve, not protect and service.
I don't
So
think she got the memo.
no, she missed that by a little mile, but she speaks out, so we finally get to hear her side of the story.
Mm.
She said, "I know what most people are saying. You could have said no. I get it." She told WTVF in an exclusive interview. But my response to them is that I did say no, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. Eventually, I gave in from the pressure.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Weak-willed.
So, first of all, you just keep saying no. Number two, you're a police officer.
Yeah. There's
You are a police officer.
there's literally plus they're like any other company or employer. They have HR. They have ways to report sexual harassment. Bruh.
I mean, I just feel like there were so many ways that you could have avoided this. Like, well,
Yeah.
they just kept saying, they just kept asking me. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to say no.
Wait, I just thought of the lollipop commercial, bro. How many no's until you get to a sexual harassment case?
Apparently, not enough.
No, apparently not.
Interview marks first time Hall has spoken publicly since she was fired from the police department in January after Pro found she had sexual flings with several male officers on the force, including while on duty, which we knew. Pro blamed the firing of 5 officers, Hall herself, as well as Patrol Officer Juan Lugo Perez, Sergeant Lewis Powell, Detective Seneca Shields, and Sergeant Henry Ty McGowan. 3 others were suspended. K-9 Officer Larry Holliday, Patrol Officer Patrick Magliocco? Okay. And Patrol Officer Gavin Schuberl. I don't know.
I'm gonna call him Sherbert.
Schuber. Yeah, that's what she was calling him.
Oh,
She has a husband too. This is
that's bad.
I've
That's a
seen what makes me sad? Like I've seen their pictures of like them just, hanging out at places, restaurants and all that, and I'm just like this makes me sad. Like they look happy, and like then you see this, it's like the worst case scenario. It's probably every married man's nightmare.
yeah.
And she one dude. One dude would have been terrible. She was like the whole police
It's
force.
like 8 guys. Well, 5 were fired because they were like confirmed,
The
and
whole
then
department.
3 were suspended. Yeah, it's like a precinct, bro.
The internal investigation report, for which was released on December 28th, found that the affairs among the officers took place in their homes, in hotels, and at parties. One escapade was allegedly carried out during an alcohol-fueled hot tub party, where Hall reportedly took off her top at one officer's house. Hey now, damn, I'm trying to.
Wow.
She she showed off her guns. I'm trying to come up with like cop sex allegories. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because cops love to show off their. Yeah, what they do.
Yeah, especially around black. No, I can't do that.
Oh.
I can't say that. I'm sorry. All right.
Well,
I remember
she,
while applying for the.
she grabbed the wrong Glock. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Let's just say, or the right one if you're the cop.
Not for her employment status, but
That one also shoots.
Oh yeah, fully loaded.
Shots fired. Requesting backup. Officer down. Oh man. See how easy it is to fall into this. I remember so this is her again. She said, I remember while applying for the job at the police department, they described the environment as a family, but while I was maybe an Alabama family. But while I was aspiring to protect others, they did not protect me. Now, look, part of it is okay. Like these dudes were like predatory. I can agree with her there, but you are a grown police officer, grown woman, grown police officer. Like you can't use that as an excuse. I mean, sure, all these guys are like scumbags and they deserve to be fired, but I mean, come on, like you had as much control in this as you had more control than you're saying that you did.
One of the products of the victim society or the victim generation we've actually bred. So
I mean, I think she's completely been humiliated. I mean, this was a
yeah,
meme that was all over the internet,
yeah,
everywhere. It was viral.
I've seen so many Five Guys memes. It's ridiculous.
And it's like, and I get it, I mean, but you brought this on yourself. Like you did this.
Yeah,
It wasn't just you had sex with like 5 or 6 random dudes. You had sex with 6, however many, maybe even more than that, of your coworkers. And
yeah,
your job as a police officer.
crazy.
You're not working at a Wendy's. Like this is a very important job you're doing here. So Hall filed a lawsuit Monday against the city of Laverne. Former police chief Burrell, Chip Davis, Powell, and McGowan claimed she was sexually groomed for the tryst. Where Miss Hall sought role models at her new job, she instead found predators, the lawsuit states. In place of offering professional development, her supervisors and the chief of police groomed her for sexual exploitation. I firmly believe you cannot groom an adult. Just can't. Whenever I talk about grooming, it's referring to children because children you can, you know, kind of trick them into thinking anything or believing anything. So grooming a child is relatively easy, unfortunately. An adult should have a fully formed mind, everything by then.
Yeah, you're assuming too much.
I know, but in this case, I don't buy her excuses.
Well, I don't really know her as a person or what she's done in her
Neither do
life.
I, but I mean, you made it through police academy. You're here on the
Yeah,
force.
it
Like,
doesn't mean everyone's a straight arrow and will, actually
no, I'm
follow.
not saying that everyone is a straight arrow, but that's the whole idea. Is like you're okay. You're surrounded by all these horny men who want to have sex with you. Like, have some backbone. I don't know. I mean, it's not like she got raped.
No,
She willingly had sex with all these guys in their homes, at clubs and shit. Like,
yeah, that doesn't sound like grooming though.
if she was truly like, yeah, it's definitely not grooming. It's absolutely not grooming. But she's claiming it as grooming. Her lawsuit is.
Grooming versus peer pressure.
I mean, look, I firmly buy that. Like all these dudes were like, predatory. You know, like I can buy that 100%. But she did at the end of the day have the ability to say no, and she's a police officer. She's not like a helpless female who doesn't know like self defense or she doesn't have a gun. Like you are a police officer.
Did you ever watch female officers try to deal with a male suspect?
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
Fucking
but
hilarious.
again, she wasn't raped. Like that's the whole
No, of
thing
course not.
here.
No, at least that's not she's not claiming that yet.
Well, she should have claimed that first because I don't think this one's gonna stick.
Yeah, this should have came out almost immediately after.
My supervisors worked together to take advantage of my vulnerabilities and mental health, and they used it for their gain and their sexual pleasure. Hall added. Hall said, adding that at one point she contemplated suicide. Hall is
Mm.
not claiming the officers raped her. There it is, according to WTVF, but that details of the scandal put her in the spotlight and did not show the full picture of how the controversy unfolded. Like, look, I don't want to. As much as we make the jokes, and they are very funny, um, all of these guys are pieces of shit. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
not just like, oh, this evil woman like had sex with all these innocent men. Like no, they're scumbags for doing this.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And
They
I'm
knew
glad that they all lost their jobs.
they knew the rules as much as she did. So
Yeah, they're all to blame. They're all to blame. So yeah, I don't think we'll see where this case goes, but I don't think she's going to get the result out of this lawsuit that she wants.
who do you turn to when the chief of police is sexually harassing you? Go above this. Go above him.
I don't. I mean, I guess it can be. I think because it's kind of a smaller town, so it's not like. I guess if he's the one in charge there, then
Maybe go
I
to
don't know.
maybe you can go to the sheriff, the mayor, someone else. There's always someone else. I hate that fucking excuse.
And no one to turn to, nowhere to go. I mean, your husband,
Yeah.
he's there. Hall added that she remains married to her husband and has found support through her family and faith. No woman should ever have to endure this type of abuse. What happened to me at Laverne Police Department should never have to happen.
Of course.
That man is a saint for sticking by. I mean, most men will divorce their wives after one, like having sex with one other dude
Yeah, but a bukkake.
of her coworkers.
Yeah.
Like
She would have came home
that,
to an.
that poor guy.
She would have came home to an empty house. You know. Bye.
That poor man.
Yeah, that would have. Who knows? He's probably gonna leave her.
I mean, I think he probably should. I just don't think I don't think you can repair this.
Unless he liked it.
Yeah. I mean, I actually did. I have to find that article where something was like they had like a semi-open relationship, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't like they allowed this.
Oh, she took that open door and widened it.
He fucking hooked down the whole wall. Yeah.
Extended the back porch.
They extended her back porch, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I just said.